I am the Chief Executive Officer for the organization Equifax. I would like to discuss the cyber breach that was discovered on July 29th. The number of Americans whose information was exposed is still estimated to be around 143 million, as USA Today accurately reported. Let me give you a status update on the current crisis. Beginning in mid-May, we suffered from a major cybersecurity breach. Personal identification information was accessed, including names, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and driver's license numbers. Unfortunately, as the New York Times reported, it is true that the credit card numbers of 209,000 people and dispute documents with personal identification information of 182,000 people was stolen. We have recently confirmed the flaw in the system that allowed the breach was Apache Struts CVE-2017-5638, which Sophos wrote about in March. USA Today is correct that this patch was implemented on September 7th. The situation is obviously severe, and I understand the magnitude of concern this has caused. On behalf of the entire company, I want to apologize for the lack of protection of your personal information. I am horrified at the realization of the consequences of this error. This is a situation that I regret beyond words. I understand that we owe the public better protection than we've been providing. I'm ashamed to say that we were aware of the flaw the criminals took advantage of. We had known about the flaw for 2 months. Apache informed us of it in March, and they also provided a patch at that time. I take full responsibility for the patch not being implemented immediately. As troubling as this situation is, I understand the need to provide help in what way I can to secure your information from now on. I want to assure you that Equifax is doing everything in our power to prevent any further data breaches. I am working with IBM Security, rated #1 by Investing News, to analyze our entire system. They will be helping us build a stronger security software, and they will also be helping us build a stronger security hardware. It is important that the entire company reflect our values of protecting our consumers' valuable data. I am revising our company policies to make sure security is our top priority. I have also hired a team specialized in finding and correcting weaknesses in security systems. I realize taking steps towards future security is not addressing what has already been compromised. For the current situation, we are working with law enforcement. The FBI has been notified and is monitoring the situation. They will be contacted immediately about any suspicious activity, and we are fully cooperating with their investigation. There is obvious concern as to whose information has been compromised. We will be notifying everybody whose information was accessed by mail. I want to make sure you are fully aware of any potential damage so that you are able to take advantage of all resources available. A list of resources is on our website. You can find it on www.equifaxsecurity2017.com. There are also tips available to reduce your risk on the website. Although it is not a complete protection, I also advise that you consider freezing your credit. I also advise everyone to closely monitor your accounts. This includes your bank accounts and your credit card accounts. All of this information is also available on the Federal Trade Commission website. I know monitoring your credit activity is a lot easier when you have the ability to have access to your reports. So I'm offering free credit monitoring for the next 5 years for all of our consumers. Anyone who has been directly affected will have up to 10 years. This is also available to sign up for on our website. If you prefer, you can call us directly to set it up, and the number is also on the website. It is important to note that freezing your credit comes with fees. I do not want to place a financial burden on anybody, even a small one. If you choose to freeze your credit, we will pay all related charges. I truly wish I were able to do more for the trouble I've caused. I'm aware that most see this as inadequate. If it weren't for the unfortunate vast numbers, I'd be able to do more. We do not have the financial resources to fully compensate for so many people. It is also extremely difficult to place a value on this kind of problem. Even compromised information may not be used by criminals. This makes it difficult to establish the amount of damage caused person to person. I am mortified that I am responsible for something that has caused such a massive problem that I cannot truly make it right. I also see that inadequate compensation is not the only thing I need to explain. You have all understandably been wondering why I did not disclose the breach earlier. I wanted to be sure of the complete situation before announcing it. My goal was to provide accurate information as soon as possible so that everything was out in the open without confusion. I also wanted to make sure that there was no unnecessary added stress by not having full information. This time also gave us the chance to set up the website and availability of the compensation I've promised. Please do not misunderstand this lapse in time as lack of concern for our consumers. I ask forgiveness of the 143 million people whose information was compromised, and of all our other consumers for putting them at the same risk, as well as to those in the other nations that have been affected. I am officially resigning because of my inability to perform as the Chief Executive Officer should. Finally, again, I am extremely sorry for the damages I've caused.